Well, well, well. Let's head over to the WNBA, shall we? They just concluded one of the most important meetings of their season and probably their existence. They are trying to renegotiate a new contract for the players. And with everything the WNBA has going on and everything that I know and other people are reporting, it is this type of talk that they don't need. Check this out.
It's kind of like upset, frustrated, all of us. And in a lot of ways, just like disgusted with the W and how they're handling this and their lack of value, their lack of worth for us, their lack of even trying to attempt to move the needle with us. Like, we know what is on the horizon. We know in 2 years our TV deal is up and there's a new TV deal that's going to come that they're not even putting on the table for us. The percentages, if we actually told you the percentages of what they're giving, that they're like sending to us, it would absolutely piss y'all off. Mm-hmm. So like, just know when we are standing firm in our feet and 10 toes down, there is a reason, and we will not move until y'all move. So I'm gonna look directly into the camera too. We will not move until y'all move. And it would be the worst business decision of any business to not literally pay the players that make your business go.
You want me to tell you an even worse business move that no other business in the world would probably do? The WNBA. As much as I love the opportunity for women to play professional basketball, is not profitable. And even if you're talking about 2 years down the line, what about all the other years you have not been profitable? And there is still no guarantees. And I don't think even in 5 years the WNBA is going to be profitable. Let's not talk about bad business decisions, because the reason why y'all are at this point is that the owners are saying that it is a bad business decision to give y'all what you want. I can't get into all of the minutia of the WNBA deal, but I'm telling you, this is what the WNBA does not need if they want to stay in existence. But I'm going to tell you who they should be listening to if they want to stay in existence. The WNBA should be listening to what Caitlin Clark said last night. WNBA fans, G Sports Nation, let's talk about it. Welcome, WNBA fans and sports fans alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of the G Sports Nation, where we preach sports. And if you like this video, don't forget at the end to please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live, and we will be going live soon. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? We have a lot of great things coming up this year. Now let's talk facts. The WNBA. It is one of the strangest things that I've ever seen. Natasha Cloud, and I know she, I'm not saying anything bad about her. I'm not saying the WNBA don't need her, but the WNBA does not need that type of rhetoric, because at the end of the day, the WNBA, it's not a profitable business. There are not a lot of people who would do this. I mean, you got to even ask, why are they doing it? It's not a profitable business. And some of the things that she's actually saying in this video, I mean, they are offering them. I think they're offering them really well. Let's look at this letter over here, this article over here on ESPN. It says here, WNBA Players Union meet to try to push forward CBA talks. It says the WNBA and the Players Union met for a few hours Monday for the first time in several weeks to try to move the stalled collective bargaining negotiations forward. Union President Nneka walked out of the NBA offices around 1:30 p.m., 3 hours after she got there, and said, "No, we can't talk," when asked for comment. She was joined by executive committee members Brianna Turner and Alicia Clark. Kelsey Plum and Nafisa Collier planned on being at the meeting, but they had flight issues, so they participated via video call along with Brianna Stewart. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert and members of the Labor Relations Committee were in attendance, as well as New York Liberty owners Clara Wu and Joe Tsai. talks to reach a new CBA haven't had much traction over the past few weeks, as the union says it is waiting for a response to a proposal it sent around Christmas that included a 30% gross revenue share for the players. The league's most recent offer last month would guarantee a maximum base salary of $1 million in 2026, and that could reach $1.3 million through revenue sharing. That's up from the current $249,000 and could grow to nearly $2 million over the life of the agreement, a source told the Associated Press. So don't believe when they say they're not being offered anything. That's a huge increase. And the 30% gross revenue share, you think about the TV deal they're talking about. It still remains an absolute fact. The WNBA is not profitable. It's not. And I'm going to tell you one of the main reasons why the WNBA is not profitable. And I'm telling us, and this is why I say this league is not playing it smart. One of the things that helped the popularity of the NBA was Michael Jeffrey Jordan. When Michael Jordan became the face of the league, there were already great historical players that had played the game. It was Michael Jordan that really made the NBA take off. He was must-watch television. And unlike the WNBA, who has their version of Michael Jordan, and that doesn't sell short any of the Lisa Leslies and the Cheryl Swoops and anybody who came before her, because there were great players that came before Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan brought the NBA into the mainstream. Caitlin Clark has brought the WNBA into the mainstream. And unlike the WNBA, the NBA embraced what Michael Jordan was and the attention he brought to the league. And you didn't see the players going against and doing everything they could do to excoriate Michael Jordan. No, they rode the wave. And in riding the wave, it brought prominence and it brought attention to players who never got the attention that they should have got. The WNBA, they're not doing this. They're doing what they're doing now, but they don't want to admit what has really brought this league to another level is Caitlin Clark. There are so many people who never even bothered to watch the WNBA until Caitlin Clark hit the TV screen. And what really adds injury to insult, rather than embracing some of the rivalries, but not making them personal. The Angel Reese, the Caitlin Clark thing could have been like Bird and Magic Johnson and not let it be so hostile. But it seems like this league has a problem with the fact that Caitlin Clark has brought so much attention to it. Why would you be mad about that? Let Caitlin Clark and use Caitlin Clark to bring more attention to some of the superstars in this league, because there are other superstars in this league. Let's listen to Caitlin Clark last night. And let me tell you something, man, people tuned in. Caitlin Clark, for a lot of WNBA, a lot of the fans, she's must-watch TV. She's the reason why they are paying attention to this league. You take Caitlin Clark out of this league, and I'm telling you, they have no legs to stand on. But I want you to listen to Caitlin Clark and her humility and what she says this league needs to do.
The biggest moments the WNBA has ever seen. Looking forward into the future, what would you like to see happen as you come to a negotiation?
Well, honestly, I don't think it's just a big moment for the WNBA. I think all of women's sports, I think this is one of the biggest moments we've ever had. So, I feel very confident that we're going to get something done. And that's because we're in this moment because of the product we put on the floor. So we need to be able to continue to do that. And
I want you to listen to two things that she said that is so important. She said because of the product that we put on the floor. Do we realize that she is predominantly, I'm not saying that there are not other ladies who bring something to the table, but she is predominantly the reason that they are watching this league, and she is predominantly what they are paying attention to, what they bring to the floor? She is this league's Michael Jordan. And watch this. She's telling the people who are representing this league in these negotiations, we need to keep the product on the floor. She is saying, don't strike. Don't strike. Don't sit out, because y'all better understand something. She is so humble because she is the draw, but she's saying we. She's a team player, but it's actually she. We saw last year, this past season, what happened when she was injured. The ratings were nowhere close to what they needed to be, nowhere close to what they were when she's on the court. The drawer, the main draw, is telling them what they need to do, and they need to be listening to Caitlin Clark and not all of this other rhetoric. Let's keep listening.
I know everybody's working really hard. There's a meeting tomorrow that's super important, and I truly do believe we're going to get something done here in the next couple of weeks. But like you said, I mean, there's a lot of boxes that we still need to check. We've added two new teams. I mean, there's going to be more players than ever, and then we have to get into free agency, then have a normal draft as well. So there's a lot of things left to do, but I really do feel confident that both sides are going to reach a deal here soon.
Yeah, draft slated for April 13th, but the growth of the league has been so much. I mean, can you just help us to understand the transition this league is going on right now?
I mean, it's incredible, and I remember my first WNBA game when I was a young girl. I went to the Minnesota Lynx when they had their dynasty with Maya Moore, and they were playing the Seattle Storm, and now basically any arena you go to, it's sold out. We're adding 2 teams. We're up to 14 now, and then hopefully getting...
Now, what Caitlin Clark is saying here, it actually isn't true. It actually isn't true. When she's playing, wherever they go to, it's sold out. But that's not the case with a lot of these other games. And this is why they need to be listening to what she's saying, because she is the doorway to other teams getting the opportunity to be seen. Teams play the teams that play her team. People get to see those players. That'll give them interest in other teams and other players. You got to keep the product on the floor. And you got to let Caitlin Clark, rather than this league keep trying to, they do everything they can do to try to put this young lady down. For whatever reason, they don't want her to be the face of the league. And it is absolutely bonkers of why they wouldn't allow it and want it. If somebody is bringing everybody attention, then let them keep doing it, because we all win and we all eat. And nobody was talking about this kind of money until Caitlin Clark came to the WNBA. This is who they need to be listening to. She's telling them. She's telling them, I'm the product. We need to be on the floor so they can not only see me, but see all of us, because it helps all of us.
To 18 in the next couple of years. So, business is booming, and that's a really good thing. And we kind of just got to keep meeting the moment. The talent's getting better and better. You see it at the college level coming into the professional game too. So I feel very fortunate, and hopefully I have a long career ahead of me as well.
I'm just telling y'all right now, a lot of humility by Caitlin Clark. A lot of humility by Caitlin Clark. Because I'm telling y'all right now, Caitlin Clark could really be saying some things, but they already hate on her as it is. But somebody's got to say the quiet part out loud. Caitlin Clark is who they should be listening to. And they need to get behind Caitlin Clark and allow her to continue to bring attention to the league, because she's bringing people, she's bringing eyes, and she's bringing ears, she's bringing television attention that these other players, they just were not bringing. She's giving them the opportunity to do it. And there are other great players in this league, and there will continue to be other great players coming into this league. But if they're not going to get behind the Michael Jordan of the WNBA, and they mess around and don't get on the floor this year, they're going to find out something. I always say, fat meat greasy. If the WNBA don't play, watch what happens. Because there's not a lot of people in the grand scheme of things. Their audience isn't as big as some of them are trying to let on. If they were not to get on the floor this year, it would set them back years, maybe even a decade. They are being offered a huge raise for a league that is not profitable. And some of them even want to be paid on the level of NBA players. Man, stop it. The product doesn't even have that kind of appeal. But again, hey, y'all, some of y'all know more about this than I do. I'm just kind of watching from the outside in. But I'm telling you what I've been observing for the last couple of years. Caitlin Clark is who they need to be listening to. And she's the product they need to be pushing, because it's only going to help the rest of the league in the future and other young ladies coming up behind her and other young ladies who are playing right now. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Sound off, WNBA fans. Until the next time, God bless the G Sports Nation, where we preach sports. Peace.